The Cheshire Children's Museum is a play-based, hands-on children's museum. We're targeted towards ages 1 to 10, and we are located in Keene, New Hampshire. We have been at our current location on Emerald Street for about 4 years now, but we originally opened in 2012 in the Colony Mills. The Cheshire Children's Museum mission is to provide hands-on experiences for children that are not only fun but educational. We're also here to be a resource to families, not just a fun place to be, which we are, but we're also here for families when a mom has had a hard day and she needs a place to bring her kid to unwind or to let some energy out. We're here to give coffee to families that have been up since 5 in the morning. And we're here to give families a place to connect and talk about the challenges of parenting and the wins of parenting, and for caregivers in general. My personal favorite exhibit is the space station and the spaceship. So we have a mission control that connects to the spaceship where kids can talk via an intercom between the mission control and space station. It also has an area where you can press buttons to learn about different planets in our solar system. I've always been interested in science, and so it brings out the child in me when I'm able to play with kids there. I think my second favorite exhibit would be the farm. It used to be a little bit bigger, but there's a slide in a farmhouse that kids can play with. There's a chicken coop where you can put eggs down a chute and they'll roll out into buckets that you can then bring to our grocery store. And so it's kind of acting as an actual farm-to-table community resource. I think that the museum really helps them to work together and start to collaborate with other kids. Especially in the COVID era, a lot of kids haven't had an ability to connect with each other or other kids, or even be in an environment that's had so much stimulation. And so I think it's especially important now to be able to form those connections with other kids. So we have programs and resources here for families at the museum. And we have things like after-school programs. Each day has its own theme. We have science themes, art themes, and cooking themes. The Cheshire Children's Museum works with a lot of other nonprofits in the region. So we work with Feeding Tiny Tummies. They work to feed families that are at risk in our community. We also provide discounts for some families, those who are also financially at risk, who have EBT or WIC cards. We also provide free admission to military families, foster families, whatever we can do to make the museum accessible to all families, we try our best to do. We also go out into the community a lot, so we go to festivals. We're going to be in the Keene Pumpkin Fest, and we're going to the Allison's Orchard Monadnock Food Table. So we're really trying to reach out to a lot of families that might not know that we're here or a resource. So we can go to those events and give out free passes so they can come in and see what we're all about. I think that right now, we definitely need more awareness that we're here, and I think we're starting to do that. I think there's been an increase in awareness, but I definitely want to see more people at the museum and being able to use it as a resource. I'd say my personal connection to my job is just being able to see the impact that I personally have on people and that the organization has. I think that all of the employees here can really see the work that they're doing is directly contributing to the betterment of our community. I think that every job that we have here is important to the organization and helps those in our community, which I think is really important. I love working with kids, and I know that everyone that is in a child's life has an impact on them. And I started working here and I kind of fell in love with the nonprofit side of it. And I think that it's kind of corny and people say it all the time, but kids really are our future. And I think that to be able to inspire them, especially in an environment where they can play with others and have fun and learn, is really important. I love how kids can be so creative and funny and they don't even know it.